What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Homeboy Brand channel. And in today's video, we are going over the quarterfinal round of the college football playoff. Let's just get straight into this video because this is absolutely insane. This was a great slate of games. All right, so our first game of the day, well, it was on Friday, but our first game, okay, whatever, not Friday. I just don't know what I'm talking about. It was on New Year's Eve instead of New Year's Day, like all the other games. Um, Ohio State loses to Miami 24-14. Carson Beck, 19 for 26, 138 yards and a touchdown. Julian Sand, 2 interceptions, including a pick six. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe they lost to Miami. I'm a Michigan fan, so I love to see this. This is absolutely beautiful. Jeremiah Smith, 7 receptions, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Bo Jackson, thought he was older. I'm just kidding. It's a terrible joke. 11 carries for 55 yards and a tutty. Carnell Tate 30 for 37, not great. But they were playing from behind basically the entire game. As you can see, they got out to a 14-0 start. And it could have been worse because they actually fumbled in the red zone. So it could have been a lot worse for Miami. But, I mean, if you look at the yards, Ohio State outgained them. Ohio State passed more. They didn't rush the ball at all. If you notice with Ohio State, a lot of the times when they lose, it's because they can't rush. Or they just let up way too many rushing yards, like versus Michigan and everything. But yeah, so there's that. This is actually crazy. I honestly cannot believe that they lost this game. Next up, the first game of New Year's Day. Oregon beats Texas Tech 23-0. Texas Tech had a national championship roster at every position but quarterback, as you'll see. And Dante Moore, allegedly one of the first 2 picks of the draft, 26 for 33, 234 yards and a pick. Not a great performance from him at all. Baron Morton, 18 for 32, 137 yards and 2 interceptions. Not at all good. Not at all good. Jordan Davidson had 42 yards and 2 touchdowns for Oregon. Jamari Johnson led them in receiving. 2 interceptions for Brandon Finney Jr. A lot of sacks for Oregon. This Texas Tech defense did play pretty good, I'm not going to lie to you. Ja'Cory Williams, nothing. None of these guys scored. Ben Roberts had the 1 interception of the game, but only 2 sacks. Only 2 sacks in the day. And that is not how Texas Tech is going to win football games. That defense is elite. So they definitely needed to have a better performance, obviously, on both sides of the ball. But Baron Morton really did let his team down. It's unfortunate to see a collapse like that. Texas Tech, they never had a season like this before in my memory. I know, like, the last time they were good was, like, they had Patrick Mahomes. But they weren't even that great of a team. But they were pretty good when they had Michael Crabtree in them. But first good season in many, many years, and they blew it. Their one chance. At this point, teams who had a first-round bye were winless. They never won a game up until this game. Indiana absolutely smacks Alabama 38-3. Ty Simpson, 12 for 16, 67 yards. Got pulled from the game. Austin Mack comes in, 103 yards, 11 for 16. No touchdowns, no picks for either of them. Rushing, Ty Simpson was their leading rusher. This is look at that. This 17, 13, 2, and -8. That is their rushing leaders. Receiving, Jeremy Bernard, 4 for 60. Ryan Williams, 6 for 53. He actually wasn't dropping the ball this game. Bray Hubbard had a sack. Yanzi Pierre had a sack and a half. Deontay Lawson had a half sack. But you look at Indiana, Mendoza, 14 for 16, 192 yards and 3 interceptions, 0 picks. Absolutely, this is one of the most efficient ball games you will ever see from a quarterback. Kalen Black, 99 yards and a touchdown. Roman Hemby, 89 yards and a touchdown. Charlie Becker, 51 yards and a touchdown. Amar Cooper, 45 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Surratt, 40 yards and a touchdown. The defense, 1, 2, 3 sacks. So not terrible from the Alabama offensive line. But Indiana just absolutely ran them off the field. And it wasn't even – this game was done from the beginning. 17-0 at halftime, and it only got worse from there. They just started piling it on. So Alabama absolutely got embarrassed by Indiana. If you showed me this picture 2-3 years ago, even, however long ago, I would have thought this was Photoshop. Indiana in the Rose Bowl beating up on Alabama. They put their backup quarterback in. That's how bad this game was for Alabama. I wouldn't have been able to believe it. That is absolutely insane. That we live in a timeline where Indiana is absolutely outclassing Alabama in literally every way. In our last game, an instant freaking classic. Ole Miss getting their get back for the regular season, 39-34 over Georgia. Absolute banger. Trinidad Chambliss, 30 for 46, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kwan Lacey, 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. Harrison Wallace, 9 receptions, 156 yards and a tutty. Dazon Stribling, 7 for 122. Nobody else really had any motion there. Not a lot of sacks for Ole Miss. Gunnar Stockton, 18 for 31, 203 yards and a tutty. Nate Frazier, 15 carries, 86 yards, 0 touchdowns. Gunnar Stockton, 20 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, so 3 touchdowns total for him as well. Zachariah Branch had a banger game, 8 for 67, 1 touchdown for him. I'm pretty sure he also had a return. He had a really good return in this game as well. But this game was a banger. If I could show you clips of my video getting copyright stricken, I would. This game, if you have, you need to go look up after this video ends. Google on freaking YouTube, Ole Miss versus Georgia college football playoff game. This game was fire as frick. 20 points in the final comeback quarter, fourth quarter. I don't know why I say it like that. 20-point comeback in the fourth quarter. Absolutely insane. They come back to win it. Ended up getting a safety at the end too. But absolutely crazy video, crazy week in college football. And that's all I got for you guys. If you guys liked the video, drop a like on the video. Obviously, subscribe to the channel. First video of 2026. I'm planning on posting multiple videos a week for the entire year. College football, NFL, NBA. We're going up, and away this year. I've been streaming daily on Twitch, daily on TikTok. Those will be linked below. But if you guys like the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!